are back on another episode of the Tail Hub, powered by Priority TV and sponsored by the Urban Fleet app. My name is Fay. Now, guys, I was at a recent event and OMG, music is food to my soul. And there were two guys who performed, and wow, I was totally struck, and I had to have a discussion with them and bring them right here on set so you guys can, experience the goodness of Jerry and Ajagun, aka Jungle Age. But yeah, I have spilled the beans just a little bit. We are talking about breaking the mold, unleashing the wild side of creativity. We go on a quick break, and then when we return, we meet our guest and the conversation kickstarts. Keep it locked. The Tail Hub is proudly sponsored by Urban Fleet app, a platform where you can rent, list, and make good revenue on your vehicles. We are talking breaking the mold, unleashing the wild side of creativity. They are wild, they are creatives, and they are definitely rebels. To my left is
Ajagun.
I was actually going to hype you, but it's
Oh,
fine.
okay,
No. I should hype you.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
To my right, to my left is Ajagun. Ajagun is a fantastic singer. He is also, you would call you a cartoonist, or what's the word for that? I'm actually going to get to that because you're doing music and you're doing cartoon, and in my mind I'm thinking, what pays this guy his money? Is it cartoon or music? But we'll leave that. We'll hold that thought. And definitely to my right is Jerry. Jerry seems like the chilled one, but he's giving me the vibes of the absolute rebel. Am I right?
Yeah, definitely.
I am.
Definitely.
You just gave me that score. Like, you're right.
I look really cool, but then I have the rebel in me.
So tell me, what's the worst thing you've done as a rebel?
Well,
there are many.
A lot to go, like enough to go around.
Okay, just give me like 30 seconds. Just.
Well, when I had to, I think this was back in like secondary school when I had to like forge my results. Like I had to tweak it a bit.
Were you caught?
Nah, I wasn't.
Dang, so that result is still
like,
okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Just wow. Okay, I was not expecting that, but these two guys are called Jungle Age, and their genre of music is Afro Metal.
Yeah.
I'm going to start with Ajagun. Afro Metal, tell me a bit about that. Yeah.
So it's more of a fusion of metal music and Afro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why Afro? Because of the Nigerian scene? Afro?
I mean, okay, there's a Nigerian thing and then
and Afrobeats. Yeah,
Afrobeats, and then Afro is us. It's like, I mean, I listen to Afro and it's I just connect.
Yeah.
Do you understand? It's more like I don't need schooling to understand Afro.
You're just like the Idom of Afro.
Yeah.
I like the vibe. Like I tell you guys you're this, I say like hit it.
I mean, you just put it there, yeah.
Okay, cool. So you guys started doing this when?
So we started Jungle Age officially like December last year.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It's not been up.
Well, we're coming from somewhere.
Okay, where are you coming from?
So there was a band before Jungle Age, and that band we were strictly metal.
Yeah.
Do you know when you mention metal, I just think of Nigeria, and I'm like, did people accept it, like the metal music? Because I know how crazy metal gets. It's weird in a very interesting manner, but the Nigerian scene and having to do the Afrobeats dance, I'm like, did people really accept it?
Do you want to?
Well, to an extent, we have a crowd that listens to metal music.
Yeah,
Nigeria, and not really much. But then the idea is to preach the metal gospel to.
I like the word gospel. Yeah.
To as many that would accept the sound.
Yeah. But when you guys started the band, it was two of you, or there was another person, or it was like a really.
That's Jungle Age.
Yes. When you started, you said you was first a band.
Yeah.
Was it just two of you? It's always been two of you.
It's I don't know how to explain it. There have been people
who have come and gone.
Yeah, there have been people who have come and gone. Yeah.
All right, cool. So let's just dive into our conversation for today, breaking the mold, unleashing the wild side of creativity. Now, as creatives, I look at Ajagun for one, and I see your dreads, and I don't know if you guys have zoomed into his face very well, but there's a lot going on his face. As a creative, do you feel like you need to sort of appear a certain way to be accepted? Now, looking at the Nigerian music scene, do you need to appear insane, for lack of... I'm not saying you're insane, but you need to appear like a rebel, in this scene.
I mean, I think it's just to know who you are really. Do you understand? And know, like, the perception you want people to... How you want people to perceive you. Yeah, exactly. Like, the aura you're trying to create, the kind of energy you're trying to... Because music is energy, your art is energy. Do you understand? So, once you connect with that energy, I mean, I think that's what comes out to appear as. I mean,
but so far, when people see you, what's that one thing they say? What has been that one consistent comment thrown at Ajagun?
I don't know. I really don't get comments. I just get looks like.
And those looks say a lot.
Yeah, the looks say a lot. So
say a lot like what?
I just get looks, man. I mean,
but I mean, you could always know what those looks are.
Yeah. So someone's like, oh my god, like. You think with this? Some is like, oh my, this is so awesome. This is amazing. Like,
I mean, when I saw you guys perform, I'm like, this is. I didn't even know that you had like the nose ring and earrings. I thought it was more like of an Ajagun thing. But then I saw it earlier. I said, oh boy, really?
Welcome to the jungle.
Okay, welcome to the jungle age. So as creatives, what is for you? Already mentioned the wildest thing you've done? You already mentioned forging your result. But in the music scene right now, what you guys do, right? What is that one thing that kind of gives you your creative juice? What's that one quirky thing you need to do? For some, they say when I'm in the restroom, I get ideas. I've heard people say that when I'm trying to take a pee or whatever, something just drops. Somebody earlier was saying that their ideas are floating in the air or on the earth, and it just drops on you. But yeah, what's that thing, that practice you need to do that gets your creative juices flowing?
Well, for me, I feel like I've always been a musician, ever since. And
you keep giving me that word of I don't need to stress.
So for me, right, it's totally for every single time I get on my instrument, I love to create. I love to make something new. Like, it has always been a part of me, like ever since.
So you don't need to get into any practice whatsoever. It's just there.
It's just there.
Nice.
It's just there. Like I always tell my my bandmates, I always tell them that there's enough to go around. There is enough to go around.
You're proud. Yeah. I need to say that. Ajagun, I'm sorry, but I feel like there's something you do and you need to spill. And I'm sure there's something you also do, but y'all are not spilling.
What if the same, like, what if the same thing?
It can't be, because we had a discussion earlier and y'all spilled something to me. But what's that thing that you need to do to sort of get into that creative zone?
Yeah, I mean, what he said, I mean, the music is always there because I mean, first and foremost, we are creatives, we are musicians and all of that, you get. But I think for me personally, this is how I guard my space. Do you understand? When I'm creating, I love to isolate. You get, like, I just.
Definitely.
Even down to my social media activity. I mean, that's why there's nothing on my social.
I mean, you go on his page and he has just one post there.
I mean, there'll be a time eventually that I'll
that
start
you have to be
you understand the
consistent.
activity and everything. You understand? Yeah. But then for creativity, there's moods, like there's times. You get, so there's time to create. The time when you come out, you start pushing and all of that. You get,
So y'all are just taking your time.
Yeah, just so there's no really quirky ritual. I mean, you get just the normal isolate.
I feel like you guys are just you're coding a few things, but we definitely go on a break, and when we return, the conversation continues. Keep it locked. It's still the Tail Hub. Find great choices of automotives on the Urban Fleet app. Get it on your Google Play Store and iOS stores, or visit www.urbanfleet.biz. All right, still talking, breaking the mode, unleashing the wild side of creativity. Still joined by Jungle Age. Now I need to ask you this question. Jungle Age, how was it birthed? How did it start?
I mean, I think it's who we are. I mean, where we're coming from, and then even looking at our society and everything, it's crazy out there. And it's just how you have to have this kind of jungle mentality to
sort of thrive.
To thrive and everything, do you understand? So I think for me, that's what we're putting at the foremost front, you get, with the whole name and the whole try and push here.
Okay, cool. I also want to ask, Afro Metal. You're the musician here. I mean, sorry, not like you're the musician. Like he's more into the instrumental stuff, right?
I'm into the instrument.
well,
So we all are like, I play the guitar.
You sing, he doesn't sing though, or does he?
He sings as well, but
sing.
he actually sings
sing
back
at
there.
No, it's well, when we're doing like our major stuff, I sing. That was
nice.
just like a subtle.
You just wanted to give us like tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, that was like a subtle version of what we're
nice,
creating.
nice. But
yeah.
I just want to pick your brain a bit. I mean, right now we know the genres of music that trend in Nigeria and Lagos. Everyone is crazy about Afrobeat.
Yeah.
But now I hear Afro Metal, and that's something that you guys birthed and coined.
Yeah.
Dang, how is that going? I mean, that's already risky enough. You plan to push that? Like, you're really into that.
Yeah,
genre.
like so basically where we're coming from is we used to do just pure metal, and yeah, to an extent,
Can you give me like a pure metal rendition of the Tail Hub? Just do it like right now. Like how would you say, like, just the word?
Well, I really don't growl. He does the growling.
Okay.
So yeah, if you're looking for.
So when you're done with this question, Ajagun, I'm putting you on the spot. So you just hold your mic and do that. But go on.
Yeah. So coming from being just a metal band, we kind of saw how people were receptive to the sound and everything. So starting Jungle Age, we decided, okay, we decided to bring it down to our locality.
Right.
Yeah, so we decided to do the fusion of the Afro beat and then
the metal.
bringing in metal to, mix things up and see what it was going to sound like. And then the first take, it was really good.
Nice.
The first take was really good. We didn't even see it coming, and then we decided to let's push, let's try more. And yeah, we are.
And here we are, right? Okay, so Ajagun.
Hey.
I ripped the tail. How is that being done? I think we'll do it after the shoot.
I'm wearing my calm zone now, so I kind of feel like I don't want to let my wild side out. Like,
okay,
yeah,
okay, noted.
But if you insist, like,
we would unleash it after the conversation.
Right.
I know that you also did. So
yeah,
I asked you. I said, apart from music, what else do you do? You said cartoons. I've been in discussions with people. Just I think a few months back, somebody said, "Oh, I'm going to keep pursuing my passion. It's going to give me the money." I know that. I'm like, I don't think so. I don't think that works. You need to understand the music behind your passion to actually make that money. Yeah. But you're doing music, you're doing cartoon. First off, just to make the question a little bit fun, which gives you most money?
It happens in seasons.
Come on, don't be diplomatic about it.
I'm not trying. It happens in seasons. So there are times where like the bag is coming from music, and other times from the animation.
The animation thing, though, how has it always been there?
But then,
something you had to learn when music wasn't.
It was something I had to learn. Like, so for me personally, I've had a history of trying out like other things to support my music. You get styling.
You done styling?
Yeah, done styling, all of that, fashion. And so during my period of doing that, was quite. It was so much to handle to measure music. You get, so I was kind of looking for something else to put on the side. That's when I dived into animation and all of that. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so that took my time for like 4, 5. So that's the thing about animation. It's bringing in the box, but then it's taking your time.
But I mean, as long as it's bringing in the box.
But it's bringing in money. But then I mean, I have my. I don't. I'm trying to buy for what I see. Do you understand?
Yeah,
but then
I get it.
You get, but it's bringing in the money. Do you understand? But then you don't have time to do other things aside that art.
It's killing the music.
So let me put it this way: you watch cartoons, you get. So for for 1 second, like your regular cartoon, for 1 second you have 24 drawings. So imagine if I'm going to work on 1 minute of animation, everything. So we're born Seorats.
Dang.
You understand? So yeah. So I think that's the downside for it. But then for the money part, it comes, it goes, it comes. But then.
Yeah.
So it fluctuates. So there was time music
was bringing in the money.
Bringing in the money, you get. Then there was time like animation was bringing the money and music, you get. Okay. Yeah, but right now, we're good.
Okay, right now we made the bag, we're making the bag.
We're good.
We're good. All right, we go on another break, guys. Join us right after this.
Yeah.
The Tail Hub is proudly sponsored by Urban Fleet app, a platform where you can rent, list, and make good revenue on your vehicles. sorry, but when you are on this set, you just get engulfed with the craziness behind the scenes. You know, there was a lot of crazy before we started this conversation, but I'm still joined by Jungle Age, and I know that as creators, right? There are risks that you take at times. There was a time I had to leave a job. I mean, I'm not the crazy person, but the time I needed to leave a job to get another job, to go for another job. And it was something that had a back and forth even with my parents. But as creatives right now, what was that one time you needed to take an absolute risk to do something for yourself? Yeah. You know, not considering whatever your parents needed to say or maybe relationship-wise. I'll start with Jerry busts my brain right now.
Okay, so
give me something a little bit crazier.
Well, you know, before Jungle Age, I've been taking risks, but
you are like the idol of risk.
I'll talk about the risk I've had to take for Jungle Age.
What did you say?
That's it. He's our bell ringer. The leader of the gang.
Okay, so for me, right? Before Jungle Age started, right, I studied entrepreneurship and business management. I used to work in a hotel.
Okay.
Yeah, and you know, I got a new job in another hotel, and then immediately I started this job. Jungle Age started, and 3 days into the job, I quit. I had to quit. Yeah, I had to quit the job.
Why you looking disappointed?
I had to quit the job, to just focus on Jungle
Age. I mean, it's risky because you don't know the end result of where you're headed to. So I totally get.
So when I talk about this, I tell people that I had to tell myself the truth, because for every single time I've done the 9 to 5, I really didn't feel
fulfilled.
I was always depressed, you know, doing the 9 to 5. So, but for every time you see me, you know, happy and everything
in that space of music,
it's because I was doing music. Like for every time you see me like that. So
that's a cute story though, and a story that if you need to get out of that job, get out of that job.
Yeah,
get out.
I didn't say that, by the way. So Ajagun.
Yeah, I think mine was after secondary school. I was like, man, I'm done with school.
Dang. Yeah. So you didn't pursue?
Nah, I didn't even check my JAMB result. It was actually.
I would never have thought. Yeah. You don't sound like that type of person. Yeah.
I mean, after secondary school, I was done with structure, done with everything system, and just about finding myself.
How did your parents? I'm sorry, I just need to dive.
It was a battle, man. It was a battle, but eventually
they understood.
Yeah, they understood. I mean. This eventually took time, but eventually. Yeah. But then, you know, I don't say as a guy, but I feel like people have responsibilities to, you get to chase whatever it is, like their heart is set to and all of that, regardless. And then I was still young, I mean.
Yeah.
You feel me? So like, this guy, what are you saying? You want to be like all these musicians, okay, you don't know better and everything, but where I was coming from, man. Because I take calculated risks. Do you understand? So that's why leaving school, I was just trying to do something on the side because I knew that, okay, doing this, you actually need to make the bar on the side.
Yeah.
You feel me? So every other thing I've done, like, I'm more like self-empowerment, like me teaching myself down to the animation, the fashion, and
nice.
all of that.
I'm sorry, I'm impressed.
That's what it's been. So when I see my life is like a risk, I'm like, okay, it's something
there's nothing you've done, whatever risk you've taken that you can sit here and say, oh, I regretted doing that. You're not going to regret anything.
No.
It's like an experience, like a lesson, even if you didn't go like you should have.
Yeah.
Nice. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I feel like we started on a crazy note, but we're ending on a very inspiring note. Yeah. Like, if you need to take that risk, take it, but calculate the risk you're taking. Yeah. Thank you so much. But one last question, obviously, Afro Metal, Jungle Age, what's the future?
It's bright, man. It's full. It's bright, man.
Any upcoming projects, concerts you're working on?
So currently we're working on Dangbana. That's our first single we want to release.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so that's going to be the first. But then subsequently we're going to do a monthly gig, Jungle Nights.
I would love to be part of that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that's when we're going to start.
Guys, watch out for Ajagun's rendition of.
Yeah, so that's how we start initiating everyone, initiating you all, and guys get to feel where we are coming from, and you get what we really are about.
Yeah. Nice. The handle, your handle again?
Jungle Age.
Jungle Age.
Yeah, Jungle
Follow,
Age.
like, I mean, this is music that we need to support, and music that definitely would love. I've watched them perform, and for those who know me, you know I love music, so get in there. But thank you guys so much for joining me today. The Priority TV, Priority Global Connect is a rather interesting place. I'm sure you guys have had an experience today, you know, with the guys behind the scenes and the conversation here. Yeah? But it's been cool.
Yes, it's been cool.
I enjoyed this conversation. So thank you so much for coming, guys. Till I come your way again. This is the 12th episode of the Till Hub, by the way. So we have one last episode to wrap up this season. Thank you so much for joining us. And yeah, let's say bye together.
Yeah, bye.
Bye. Okay, no, let's wait, hold on. Let's do bye with the Afro Metal thing. How do you do that?
It's just
Just
do this.
Just show your horns. Yeah.
Just show your horns.
Oh, dang, what, like this? Like this. All right. You should have taken that part, Austin. You did. Okay, thank you so much, guys. This was fun.